Hey, 1302 students, thank you for your understanding about the discussion board. If it didn't exist, don't worry about it. Spend all your time working on that essay, that fiction analysis essay that is due. It's a major grade, so I want everyone to be excited about their final product. I want to go over some basic tips. Remember, MLA, everything is double spaced, so even quotations, everything is double spaced. And writers tend to fall into two camps. Either you are an overwriter and you have a lot of wordiness where you repeat things, or you have qualifiers like really and so and very. Don't worry about it in the writing process. Just write your essay and then cut down on the wordiness. If you're an underwriter, you can probably add another point to your papers, but in order to have a strong, solid paper, you need a summary of the story. You need a clear thesis statement that previews the organization of your paper. So if you're talking about flashbacks, symbolism, and characterization, then make that thesis statement match your paper. I also want to share my screen here and allow you to see what I'm talking about when I say use library resources. So what I want you to do is go to the library. And how do I use the databases? There's one where you can browse subjects, and this will allow you to go to literary databases, because if you're writing about a major author, then and most of these authors are pretty major in the literary world. So say your paper is about James Baldwin, then you're going to find him in the literary databases. So first there's literature, but then there's literature criticism and interpretation. I particularly like Bloom's literature. It's formerly Bloom's literary database. Try that one first, because you're going to find all kind of authors. So both this paper and your next paper are going to require you to use this. And you probably, for a poet, you want to pick a major one, like here, Sylvia Plath, Emily Dickinson, Robert Frost, Walt Whitman. There are many, many poets, Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, who are well known, and they will be in here. But say you have a paper this time about James Baldwin, Sonny's Blues, you can incorporate some quotes. So there's criticism and then there's reference. So nothing less than courageous. That looks like a pretty great article. If you just want to sample his work and see what someone said about his work, then that's wonderful. Say you get this quote and you use it in his novels and stories dealt with sexual and racial relations, the violence and suffering endangered by both, and the crucible of family, history, society, perpetuated and witnessed suffering born of these schisms. So, maybe you want to use that, then you certainly can do that. And you could use this quote, and then you can go here to your citation. And what you would put in the in-text citation is just Welsh. What you would put in the works cited page is this right here. All right, so hopefully that helps you with the literary database, and I will give you a few more tips in a moment for writing this essay. But things that you might want to double check for: present tense. Make sure that you've kept the whole story in present tense. So you would say Baldwin writes, not Baldwin wrote. You would say Sonny talks with his brother about this, not Sonny's brother talked with him about this. So as odd as it is, literature is continuing in the present because it's right there on the page. So you're going to talk about it as if everything is ongoing. A lot of people have trouble integrating quotes. You might just look at how other people do this in professional writing. Maybe I'll send you a sample of that. But you can look at the student sample essays and look at research essays and see how quotes are integrated. It's fine to use transitional words to integrate these quotes. And hopefully this helps a little bit. The main thing is keep your paper organized and cite some really cool sources that make your paper better, and double space everything and read through it several times and catch all kind of wordiness and errors before uploading it. But thank you, and I look forward to your papers.